What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at peak fiction. Peak fiction. This is the best show of 2024. This is the best show of 2024. This is the best show of the 2020s. Right? Of the 2020s. I'm saying this is the best show of the 2020. We're not even halfway through the decade yet, and I'm calling it this is the best season. This is the best show of the decade. Best fucking show of the decade. I am not taking any slander from this show. I reviewed the first season of Arcane way back when, and we have improved our series reviews substantially since then. And I cannot wait to share my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, and how much this show has left me feeling like an empty void. So without any further delay, let's take a look at Arcane Season 2. So this season came out in 2024. It does have 9 episodes, all roughly between like 30 and 40 minutes, so you can easily bash it out in a day. You can bash this shit out in like a good 5-6 hours. It is phenomenal. You can watch this on Netflix as well. I watched this all in one go. I waited the 3 weeks that it took for all the episodes to come out to watch this shit. So quick run through of the story. Bear with me now. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a bumpy fucking ride trying to get through everyone's story. So, Echo's story. Taking a look at him first because he is the shortest one. Him and the little chipmunk guy, forgot his name, Professor, go to the Jace's lab to try and steal some blueprints because the tree is dying. The tree that is providing hope for all of the Undercity is dying. So they go up top, try and steal plans. Jace is there and he's like, damn, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you breaking into my lab? Why are you even breaking in at all? And he's like, pish posh, haven't you done it? So they go down to the Arcane room, to the room of where the Arcane's held. They see the anomaly and get sucked in. We'll leave that now, put a pin in it, put a pin in it. Put a fucking pin in it. We're moving on to Caitlyn and Vi. These two fuckers, they, join forces, and Vi joins the police department after refusing because one of the gangs from the Undercity comes and attacks Topside. And then, this is pre-time skip, by the way. Because the first 3 episodes are pre-time skip. This is continuing straight from Season 1. And they go hunting for Jinx down below. Alright, they go hunting for Jinx down below. Jinx's story is then she basically adopts a child by finding a child. She builds an arm for her mate, which she broke the first arm for. And then they fight a rat-looking guy who wants to hand her over to Topside because Topside are coming down and sort of beating the shit out of Bottomside. Right, Caitlyn's group finds Jinx, tries to fight, Jinx escapes, Vi and Caitlyn break up. Right, that is pre-time skip. Now time skip happens. Bada bing, bada boom, unpin Jace and Echo. They are living in, for whatever reason, 2 separate dimensions. Jace is then in a destroyed dimension of what is the future of Piltover if Victor wins. And, that's not good. So he fights his way through it, living in an actual hell, breaks his leg, gets a hammer, gets sent back, and now knows he has to stop Victor. Victor has then broken out of his sort of cocoon catalyst and started a cult down below in the Undercity. Echo and the little chipmunk guy have the best fucking episode ever. Those two are living the best life. Instead of Jinx being evil, instead of Venda being dead, instead of everyone being dead, everyone's alive. Everyone's alive. The Arcane and the anomaly wasn't discovered in this dimension. Echo gets to live a happy life and he chooses to go back. He chooses to go back. He could have stayed there, but he chose to go back. He left the mentally stable Jinx, even with her dancing and kissing him. They have a stable relationship. He is an inventor, and it is all fucking good in the hood, and he decides to fucking leave. And that upset me. That upset me fucking greatly, the fact that he left. Put a pin in their story, because they're all back in the original dimension now, so put a pin there. Jinx, paints the town blue. Everyone joins her team. Everyone makes a Jinx. Everyone becomes a Jinxer. And Topside don't like that. They hire someone's mother to be like, yeah, nah, we're not having none of this. They rally all the Jinxes up, throw them in a prison cell, including Isha, Jinx's child, and not her physical child, her adopted one. And Jinx goes to break her out. Vanda comes and throws hands. Jinx then goes to Vi, who's cage fighting in the underground, to go help Vanda. They then take him to the cult, and is like, damn dog, chill. The Topside come down and destroy that cult and kill Isha. I fucking bawled. Oh my god. Isha died. Very upsetting. I'll talk about that in a bit because I'm very passionate about that. Jinx and Vi. Jinx is thrown in jail. Vi then does a switcheroo because she tries to tell Jinx, we need your help. Nah. She comes out. One of the girls on the council was taken by the Black Rose, and she finds out that she's an ancient sort of wizard, and she fights her mother with the help of Caitlyn, but then the mum is like, nah, we're getting some scientists and Victor from the Undercity to raid Topside and take over the Arcane and save the world with the ultimate power source. So that leaves Vi, Jinx, Echo, and all those fighting against the sort of ninja guys. I don't know, they have red bandanas on, they look like ninjas, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what to call them. The fucking Emperor's Guard, the Sith Troop, whatever. They absolutely, it's like a win-win situation. They're like losing, they're winning, they're winning, they're losing, they're losing, they're winning, they're winning, they're winning, they're winning, they're losing. And big old battle ends with pretty much everyone dying. Jinx dies, Vi lives, Echo doesn't have his blue head boo, and that's the story. That's the end. Trauma is this show. And I'm gonna be honest, Isha didn't need to die. Isha's death wounded me. Isha's death was awful, and that's why I don't watch it in 3 parts, because I was not waiting a week to find out if Isha was truly dead or not, and she is. She was truly dead. That upset me. I am very happy that I got lifted up and given that smidge bit of hope, because the writers knew what they were fucking doing by giving us that episode, showing us what could have been, showing us what could have happened. I'm so pissed that they put Isha's death right before the peak episode, the best episode, the episode that we all hoped for. I saw leaks of that episode on TikTok. I scrolled right past it because I didn't want spoilers, but I did see Echo and Jinx together, and that gave my small fucking brain, my feeble, unknowing brain, a hope. I thought that was going to be the last episode. I thought that was going to be the final episode. I thought Jinx was going to get better. I thought she was going to get with Echo. I thought that was the last episode. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I fucking wrong. Because guess what? That was the 6th episode. And oh my god. Oh my fucking god. She's done. She's done. She fucking done. That was just false hope. That was false hope. And that was bollocks. I hated that. I fucking hated that. The visuals, though, were fucking incredible. The art style of this was beautiful. I loved how we went to different art styles and we saw different people's sort of viewpoints. When we saw Isha's memories before she died, we saw everything in like a coloured crayon aesthetic, and that was beautiful. When Caitlyn's mum died, we saw everything in like a sort of pencil, sort of graphic, sort of graphite drawing. Beautiful. All that was done on paper. That was gorgeous. Watching this was a masterpiece. The characters, the development, the plot twists. I did not expect Isha to die, but she did, and I'm pissed off about it, and I will complain about it the entire time. Jinx's death was also unneeded, but she sacrificed herself for Vi. She blew herself up. She got what she wanted. She ended that cycle. She pulled the grenade. Echo trying to save her from pulling the grenade was also beautiful, because we know what he went through. We know that he saw, and he could have had the perfect life, and he just couldn't have it. And the Jinx effects were also back. Every time she started to lose herself, we saw those sort of glitchy graffiti effects, and the art style of the 2D meets 3D is done so beautifully, because the smoke was like a 2D. It was all so good. The way it just merged together and meshed together. The music choices. were golden as well. The soundtrack for this is, I'm buying the vinyl when that comes out. I don't even have a vinyl player. I don't have a record player, but the vinyl for this was beautiful. The song choices were great. I adored the soundtrack. Paint the Town Blue is an absolute fucking bop. I've been listening to that non-stop. I love Paint the Town Blue, but after seeing that scene of Echo dancing with Powder from Otherworld, that song is a very sad song. It makes me sad. That is a sad song, because Echo is a stronger man than me. Echo is a better man than me. I wouldn't have left. You would have needed 10 guys to pull me away from that dimension. If I'd have been through what Echo had been through, and I'd have 10 guys would have had to pull me from that dimension. I would have agreed with the little chipmunk. I would have fucking stayed. I would have fucking stayed if I was that little chipmunk. Because that was beautiful. That dimension was great. I didn't like how Jinx cut her hair though, I'm going to be honest. I did not like Jinx with the lack of ponytails. I am quite glad that was only in the last episode. However, I did like her with the hood. The hood was badass, the hood was cool. Why did she only wear that for 5 seconds? What the fuck was that about? That hood was so cool. That hood could have been used a little bit more. We did not need the sex scene between Vi and Kate. I didn't need that. I'm glad it happened. I'm happy for Vi and Caitlyn that they had that and they got to have that. But I didn't need it. I didn't need to see it. It didn't add anything to the story because neither of them died. I did kind of feel like Caitlyn was cheating on Maddie, her side piece, which then cheated on her by shooting her in the back of the head. So, you know, what goes around comes around. You get what you deserve. So, I don't really like Caitlyn either. I'm gonna put my hands up and say I don't like her. So, I don't need to see that shit. I don't need to see any of that. And especially when Jinx was having a hard time. I loved and also hated how they had the scenes laid out. Some of them were greatly contrasted with Echo and the little chipmunk guy and Jace in the room with a big sort of anomaly, whilst like Vi, Kate, and Jinx were fighting. It was just so cool watching the scenes interact and sort of how they both played into each other, with the sort of arcane devices failing when they were playing with the anomaly. And it was just so cool with the music and how the scenes were laid out and how it all just wove together really nice. What was a solid bitch was when Jinx was going off, crying, upset, gonna off herself. And then we have Vi and Caitlyn in the other room, getting it on. Getting it on. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that at all. Also, I am confused with how Vander came back. I know how he came back, but how he came back is my question. Like, I know the science behind it. His spirit was strong. His will to live was strong. His mind wasn't. He rebuilt the pieces. How did he keep these pieces stored for this long? Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. And how do you... He's completely fucking different now, so how? What? Why? I don't get it. I just don't understand. Like, it was weird. Seeing Isha get so close with Jinx, just for it to be ripped away. I did like her sacrifice, though. Her sacrifice was great. Her sacrificed herself to save her mother, because she called her mum, and that was adorable. I loved that. That was great. The song that played when she rushed in, I fucking knew what was coming. I knew as soon as that music started playing what was coming. Overall, this is better than a 10 out of 10. This is like a 15 out of 10. This is peak. This is the best thing that I ever watched all year, and it is one of the few shows that have left me sat on my bed feeling empty, not knowing what to do with myself after this show has ended. I am quite sad that this show has ended. I don't know what to do. I want more, but I know there's no more. I didn't want to do anything for the rest of the day. I just laid in my bed and just doom scrolled on TikTok because I didn't know what I didn't want to do anything. Like, there was nothing that could have compared to watch this. There is nothing that could have compared to watching this, and now I have nothing. I have nothing. I had this show, and now it's done. I have nothing, and I don't know what to do with myself anymore. No other show has made me feel like this.